Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Part 12, Dollar Tree 72-hour kit. This is going to be a very brief video on preparing food and food options, food carry, all that. We're going to talk about cooking here basically. This is just a re-review of boiling water and water purification, all of that basically. Obviously you can't use your chlorine bleach for cooking and all that, but basically the same tools. We've got our little loaf pan here, which we can certainly boil things in. Boiling is going to be our best option because, heck, we're preparing water at the same time. Pour some water in with your rice and your noodles or your beans or your whatever you've got with you. If you happen to catch a fish or something like that in your 72-hour survival endeavors out there, you could put it on a stick and hold it over the fire. I think that's a waste of nutrients. Any kind of fat and oils in that thing is going to drip off into the fire, cause flame ups and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to burn up and you can't use it. I would say boil that fish. Make a little fish stew. Something like that. So boiling, I would say, is probably going to be the best choice for food prep if we've got the extra water. Again, water's key. So if I can boil my food and have some water in there that gets boiled up and purified as well, bonus points as far as I'm concerned. I'm not looking for taste so much. So this is going to be our primary cooking object. Gonna need a spoon. Dollar Tree has some basic metal spoons. Of course, it had plasticware, but I didn't want that. Just saw lots of folks eating with plasticware today, actually, and saw 3 or 4 broken forks and spoons in, of course, about 15-20 minutes. Metal. 2 spoons for $1. I think we only need 1, so put 1 in there. A knife. We've already got our little razor blades and all that. We don't need that. I don't necessarily think we need a fork, but I didn't have a fork. I didn't get one, just because I don't think it's particularly useful. Could be, whatever. Of course, got our little cooling rack, which we're going to use as a, grill top, something like that if we have to. Obviously, we prefer to boil stuff on the top of that. Put it up over your fire with wet logs or rocks in the corners to lift this stuff over the fire as much as we want it to. But if you had something like some hot dogs or sausage patties, or I don't know, if you happen to have something weird like that in the 72-hour kit, maybe pulling it out of your freezer and the power's out, could you put that on top of this to cook? Sure you could. So again, you got that as a potential cook surface as well. And again, as said, you've got 2 here in the pack. I'm going to keep both in our pack just because, well, they don't take up any more room and they weigh virtually nothing. So there's our cooking surfaces, all of that. Beyond that, you could carry the little penny stove. You're probably going to have a canned soda with you at some point somewhere to make one, but you can carry that with you. It's very lightweight. With your isopropyl, use that to boil water, that type of stuff. You could cook some noodles or something on top of it. I don't know if I'd carry that or not, but just threw it in there. Of course, these little things, you've seen me review these enough times, this little throw-in, it's 4, I believe, containers, little cheap tinfoil containers with little lids for each here. Again, if I had my water already boiled and I was cooking for a lot of folks, again, this is only a 1-person kit, but I always think about somebody else is going to show up, even when I don't want them to. Could I throw some ramen noodles in this thing, pour some water over the top? Instead of wasting time on this thing, cover it up, seal it down, let it cook itself, while I'm doing other things. Something to think about. Again, you could boil water in this, make other stews and stuff like that, just like you could this. Again, for 1 person, this is going to be fine. If you're planning on company, you may want to throw that in for an extra $1. Don't know. Now, quick thing about foods. I don't do a lot of my food shopping at Dollar Tree, so I did not actually buy any actual foods at Dollar Tree for this, but I've looked around. Could do so if you guys want me to, but again, this is going to vary widely and wildly from what you like and your preferences and all of that. What I would say, you need your 3 basics. You don't need to have your full 2,000 calories per person per day. You could if you wanted to. It's going to take up a lot of space for this little 72-hour kit. You're just trying to get through the 72 hours, just trying to survive. Sure, you could carry little packets of rice and beans and everything else and boil all that forever and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I'm looking for stuff that's ready to eat. I don't want rice that I have to prepare. I want something quick in 72-hour kits. Now, they don't sell MREs at Dollar Tree. Next best thing, ramen noodles. I had a lot of these during college. These are beef flavor. You can get, I believe it's 6 packs for $1 at Dollar Tree. Get whatever flavor you want. Who cares? Whatever you enjoy. I like the beef just because I can use the little seasoning packet for stew seasoning and all of that. But you can eat these raw. You can eat them straight up, just crunch on them, love them, make great little salad toppers, all sorts of things. But we're not talking about recipes here. Ramen noodles, it's bulk, okay? It's not the most nutritious in the world, but hey, whatever. It's got 190 calories per serving, but it's got 2 servings per pack. So that's roughly 400 calories for one of these. Would I stock enough for 2,000 calories per person per day with ramen noodles? No. At a 72-hour kit, I'd probably carry 4 to 6 of these. That's going to be enough, whatever flavors you want. Now, you can eat them raw, munch on them, put them in a plastic bag if you're not done with them. We're going to talk about that in multi-purpose stuff here next. But good thing about the ramen noodles that I love are those little seasoning packets. You say, well, they're full of MSG and all sorts of bad stuff for you. Not if you're dehydrated. You get dehydrated and start getting muscle cramps. Why are you getting muscle cramps? Because you're dehydrated. You need sodium. You need to replenish that. So those little salt packets can be turned into a nice little, heavy brine broth, that sort of thing that you can work to rehydrate and increase your salt intake, all that. So that's good. Other thing that's a must-have, I think, because these are going to store for a long time. I think it's stuff I don't have to prepare. Peanut butter. Now, this is not from Dollar Tree. This is from Save-A-Lot. But they make some little small cans, little jars that are about half this size. I thought I had a few more extra. I must have eaten them all. But I have a blue top on them. I can't remember what brand they are. But anyway, peanut butter, God's gift to survival prepping. A lot of calories. Lots and lots. 2 tablespoons is 190 calories. So 2 tablespoons of this. So 2 of these is equal to half of this. So 4 tablespoons of peanut butter out of this bad boy is equal to a full block calorie-wise of the ramen noodles. It's got fat, it's got sodium, a little bit, and protein. Now that's a good thing. The protein's going to keep you going for quite a while. So I don't burn through that quite as quick as you are simple carbs. So you need some peanut butter. It's going to store for a really long time. Small container. This is twice as big as, if not, 3 times bigger, heavier than the small little jar they've got. But 1 little jar of that, maybe 2 if you want. I prefer creamy, personal preference. You can spread it on your top of your ramen noodle bar there and munch on it or whatever you want to do. You can keep some trail mix if you want to. I just worry about any little chocolate. They tend to throw little Hershey Kiss looking miniatures in there. That stuff's going to melt, okay? M&Ms and all that in high temperatures if you keep this kit in the car. Keep some granola bars or peanuts, roasted salted peanuts. Okay, they sell these in a 5-pack for $1 at Dollar Tree. 1 pack of this has 200 calories. Again, lightweight, easy to store, ready to go. Again, it's got that salt in it. You're going to be sweating. You sweat, you lose salt. Again, we could talk about how many calories you need to pack for 72 hours and blah, blah, blah. We could talk forever. I go ramen noodles, peanut butter, and something to snack on. Be it this, be it trail mix, be it some granola bars. Again, personal preference there. I just didn't get all that to show you because it wasn't worth the effort. If I wanted to in the evening, could I actually make myself some hot water and ramen, ramen soup, if you will. So I get my water hydration in the evening and get some flavor out of other than just eating these things raw. I think the ramen noodles are going to do the job. Again, whatever you want. The food is not a big issue for me. I could last 3 days without food. Would I be weak? Yeah, but hey, give me a jar of this, I'll survive. Anyway, that's it for food preparations and cooking. Just a simple stuff. You're probably not going to need to do that in a 72-hour situation, in my opinion. If you know what you're doing, you can avoid that. Maybe a nice luxury. Anyway, MD Prepper, out.